Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a Twin Flames reading. I know that because literally the Twin Flames card came out from the Situations deck alongside the Happiness card. So I really do like this. This feels to me like we have an update to give you that is quite positive. But you'll notice in the title, I put you versus them. So, what I'd like to do, since we know we have two people involved in a twin flame situation, we're going to have two sections. So, you'll resonate with one or the other. But remember, you can switch up whether or not that's you or the them part. So, let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And then I hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend if you're watching this the day that I post it. Let's start off with the Tattoo Tarot. All right, let's get just a little bit of a peek into the overall situation, and then we'll do the divided approach. So the current situation is a step backwards. A sense that things were on a good path and then got kind of derailed. There may have been an argument or somebody that overpromised and underdelivered. So they might have said they were able to go out on a date. They might have said they were able to start like being exclusive. They might have said they were moving. Whatever it was, there was something that got in the way of this. And it caused a little bit of like hurt feelings and a little bit of a delay. Hi there, Peggy. How are you doing? Oh, no kidding. I agree. I absolutely agree. All right, let's see. So we've got the Seven of Wands, Empress in the reverse, and the Four of Cups in the reverse. There was an argument because somebody was being a little too demanding. For some of you, this is like being a little bit controlling in terms of like wanting to know where your location is, wanting to know what you're doing all the time, maybe being a little bit like clingy in terms of how they text or call you. There's something that seems a little bit like over the top in terms of questions they ask or things they ask of you, like things that you have to do. So kind of like a needy vibe that's coming through, or a sense that somebody was dealing with maybe even a little bit of insecurity or a resistance to somebody being actually like privy to the information of somebody's life, right? Like, I really like you, but I don't know if I want you to know where I'm at right now or what I have planned for tomorrow, that kind of thing. Hello there, Morgan the Void. How are you doing? Likewise. I hope it gets better. This is supposed to be good news, so hopefully it applies to you. Hi there, Paul. Hi, Ambit. How are you? Also, the video started at 12:12, so if that's important for anyone, I wanted to make sure to call that out. And then lastly, we have the star card to finish off the general mood part of the reading, and this is talking about healing. So there is something that has inspired somebody to take a different path or to at least process something that has impacted their behavior. All right, so this is going to be the you side. This is going to be the them side. Kind of tempted to just, there we go. See, the wands have a purpose. All right, I'm drawn to the Marigold Tarot, so I'll start there. What do we have on the you side for this twin flame? Nine of Wands in the reverse, the Hermit in the reverse, and Judgment in the reverse. There's a piece of advice that maybe fell flat or didn't seem to make sense at the time that may at a later date make more sense to you. But it feels to me like there's a question mark of, do I fight for this or do I give up? Do I need to walk away before you understand how important this is? Or like, have I been gone long enough for you to understand? There's a judgment card in the reverse here that makes me feel like we've got a decision that isn't really firmed up yet or something that hasn't really been finalized. It feels like a cliffhanger to a show that never comes back, you know? And you're like, wait, but you were supposed to tell me what happened with that one thing. Um, there's a lack of completion here, right? It hasn't been like really hashed out. There are things that are left unsaid, that kind of thing. 1818. I like it. I like it. All right. So we've got the 6 of Rings or 6 of Pentacles in the reverse, 3 of Wands and 6 of Wands. So for the you side, this is a decent amount of fire energy to call it out because we also have the 4 of Wands and the 7 of Wands in the upper area here. So I feel like there could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that's important to this story somehow. But we've got a sense of inequality or one person giving and another person taking. But there's something changing. It's like the expression I want to use is the winds have shifted. So it's like I'm picturing a boat on the ocean. It's going to start going a different direction because the winds have changed, right? There's somebody here who is changing their direction. And it could be that part of this indecision over here is trying to kind of guess the other person's moves. Like, if I do this, what will happen? If I do that, what will happen? We have the Chariot in the reverse, Knight of Swords. So for the person that resonates with the you part, we've got somebody that is kind of focused on moving to the next chapter, right? Like if something's not going to happen, then I'm going to make something happen for myself. Like I'm not just going to sit here and wait forever. But there's a hidden element here. You may not know that this person has been steadily working on something, has been steadily addressing some issue without really giving you any updates on that, right? So, for example, if they were always like taking and not really giving, they're acknowledging that that's something they need to work on. This is something they're not talking to a lot of people about. Or, yeah, with. 8 of Wands, Page of Rings in the reverse. So I want to like this, but there's something a little bit off. We get the 8 of Wands, which can talk about somebody who is communicating. They might be telling you that they're going to be, you know, in the city where you live, the neighborhood where you live, the neighborhood where you work. There's something here about communication kind of falling short, almost like when somebody that you haven't talked to for a while because they upset you in some way wants to just like dive back in, but they don't address the elephant in the room, right? Like you owe me an apology, I would probably recommend that you start with, "Hey, I'm sorry, things have progressed the way that they have, or that, things have gotten as bad as they are. I'd really like to have a chance to talk with you about it and make sure I understand how we can avoid this going forward," that kind of thing. Like, this person, it's like they're diving right in, but they're avoiding the apology part. So that might be a little bit concerning. But we have happiness, right? So it could be they want to make sure that you get that apology in person. It could be that they don't even know if you'll respond. So this is the other side, right? Them. All right, so we have the Empress in the reverse, literally underneath the other Empress in the reverse. So that's an important element of this reading. This Empress in the reverse can point to somebody that is not necessarily capable of taking care of things on their own, somebody who might be very invested in how other people view them, right? What is my reputation? What do people say about me? Um, Kind of like almost an imposter syndrome energies coming through, like, um, I don't know, a little bit of lack of confidence is what I'm picking up on. We've got the Three of Pentacles, and then here we have the Judgment card in the upright. Interesting because the other side had the Judgment card in the reverse, which could say that this person, whoever resonates with the them, views themselves as the one who has to make the decision. Whether or not things move forward with you, it's their decision because it feels to me like this one, whoever resonates with this side, it's like, uh, I've done what I can do. And if you're not going to do what you can do, then I'm going to keep walking, you know? Hi there, Natalie. How are you doing? 15 years? Good Lord, girl. What list do you want to get added to, Anthony? Let me know. All right, we have the Six of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Five of Cups in the reverse. There's, how do I explain this? There's a sense here that somebody has carried a crush or sincere feelings for somebody, but tried to like kind of keep it in the background. Like, I can't focus on you, I can't prioritize you, even though I have like all of these good memories of you. I feel like I can rely on you, or I feel like I can trust you. But, like, I've kept you at arm's length. I feel like this Ten of Pentacles is about somebody enjoying a particular lifestyle and not wanting to let this person that they feel very strongly for, like, actually in the club, right? Actually in the community. Um, it's like, I love you, but stay over there kind of thing. But this person has decided to not let, it's almost like not let sleeping dogs lie. Like, I know I could keep going on the way that it has been. I know that I could like completely deny myself this situation, but I'm not willing to just let things pass me by anymore. I'm not willing to just get like hung up on the sadness or the disappointment. I'm willing to like cause a little bit of a stir. So we might see like a King of Wands or an Emperor energy come out. This person is starting to ask questions. Like, what do I need to do differently? That kind of thing. Yeah. Starting to ask questions. We had the Hermit in the reverse, Judgment in the reverse on the you side, and now on the them side, we've had Judgment come out in the upright and the Hermit come out in the upright. So it's kind of like one side is, I can't teach you, okay? First of all, you're an old dog. I can't teach old dog new tricks. That's not really a commentary on somebody's age so much as like a, you have to be willing to learn something. You have to want to change something, right? I can't force that for you. That's this energy over here. This person is like, la, 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 la. And then once you turned away, this person was like, but wait, now I want to know. Now I want to know what I'm supposed to like figure out. Anthony, yes, you totally can. You can email wickedwandstarot@gmail.com to request a personal reading, and I will let you know how at that point. But this is somebody who's ready to consider a different path, to learn something different. The Hermit is about seeking wisdom, realizing there's something you could have done differently, realizing that something needs to change. Because this person, whoever resonates with the them side, this is a sense of, I have a different perspective and I feel like I've been lying to myself. Or perhaps somebody else has been lying to me. It kind of feels like realizing that the life everyone else wants doesn't necessarily mean that's the life that's right for you, right? If everybody wants to be a lawyer and you get all the way through school and get your degree before you realize that you don't really want to be a lawyer, it's just that like everybody else was talking about it. Maybe a weird example, but this is like somebody who got like kind of caught up in a whirlwind or in, I don't know, a way of living. And it was kind of like, I don't know, I almost want to say like a vicious cycle. Like you can't really stop a washer after you've started it. You can. You can. It's not recommended. It's like this person started a load of wash and then realized they hadn't put in their lucky socks. I don't know. Wait, you're not supposed to wash them, are you? I don't know. That's gross. But you can't stop it mid-cycle. This person felt like they got onto like an amusement park ride and couldn't get off until the ride was actually over, right? So now they're getting to a point where they're realizing what those sacrifices are or what the consequences of their choices actually are. And they're realizing there's a different path they want to take. There's a different life they want to lead. And as a result, it's affecting a lot of their life, right? Trying to think of a good example. Deciding that you want to quit drinking can often impact like the community of people that you can spend your time with, right? If you were connecting with people over a drink and that's really the only connection that you had with somebody, it might put into question whether or not you actually can be friends with that person if you're prioritizing your sobriety. It feels to me like it's something like that. This person is looking at their life, realizing maybe these were all users, clout chasers, empty connections, right? Maybe very transactional, and looking at the connection with you as not transactional, right? This is an authentic feeling that they have, but they kept you at arm's length because of that other community or that other lifestyle that they had. Page of Cups. So I feel like this is kind of coming back around to this Page of Rings or Page of Pentacles in the reverse, which is like, until you apologize, I don't know how you could have a second chance, right? Like for things to start over, you have to like close out the previous thing, right? So I feel like there is, with the High Priestess in the reverse, a plan here to make an apology, but maybe not talk about everything. Um, I'm sorry, I couldn't actually be with you. I couldn't focus on a relationship with you because it turns out my mom was really, convinced that I needed to focus on my studies before I got, caught up in an engagement or something like that. But they leave out that it's also that their mom hates you, can't stand you, right? There's some element here of I'm going to tell you what happened, or I'm going to tell you why things were at a distance or why I kept you at a distance, but I can't tell you the whole truth. I can't tell you the whole truth. And I don't know if that's going to work, bruh. Whoever resonates on this side, your price might be the actual truth, like the whole truth, in order to get past that point in your life, right? All right, let's get a little bit of inner thoughts. This is the untold messages of the heart. On the you side, I made the wrong turn, and honestly, the grass wasn't greener over there. So there could have been a flirtation with somebody else. There could have been almost okay. So for some of you, what I see is like you're not getting your shit together over here, whoever resonates with them. So I'm going to put myself back out there. I'm going to pursue something with somebody else. And there may have been a little bit of rushing, or there may have been like ignoring some of the signs. And then I feel like somebody was able to see, okay, that's not right for me. But this, I'm trying to make a very difficult decision and it involves you. For me, this is that judgment card in the reverse, right? I said there was a decision that hasn't been made. This is, do I fully move on, or do I still have some sort of like hope that you're coming back around, right? Do I put myself back out there kind of thing? We have broken and moving on. The damage has already been done, and I don't know how to pick up the pieces. I feel like we both need to go our separate ways for a while. So it's like I'm let down or I'm disappointed. I feel like you could have done more than you've done. But at the same time, there's this like hesitation coming through. Can I really move on? Can I let this go? All right, moving over to the them side. Selfish. I love the way you make me feel, but I can't give you the same in return. Thoughts. I've been in my head about you constantly. This person has the desire to be near you, but a pretty significant amount of fear that they'll only disappoint you. That whatever they have to offer in terms of a relationship would fall short of what they think you deserve. Maybe they feel like it's too difficult for them to be honest about their emotions, or that they're just really not cut out for something, long term. Play. I just want to have fun with you. And memory. I miss you. This is that 6 of Cups card. I think about you all the time. We have such good memories. You make me laugh. You make me happy. But there's something that makes this person really resistant to letting people really know who they are. I feel like it has to do with insecurity or confidence. Like, if you really know who I am, would you still feel the same way about me? Would you feel like I'm an imposter? That kind of thing. Let's grab a few cards for the you side. This is the Kipper. We have distant horizons in the reverse, mature woman in the reverse, and mature man. That's interesting. Mature woman in the reverse, very much so reminiscent of the Empress in the reverse, which we got twice. This is travel. Somebody's going to find a way to be closer to where you are because they have, like, look, he's even looking at the globe. Like, there's an issue with somebody potentially lying to this person about what they should want or what they could have with you. So I feel like this person is realizing they have to get the truth. They have to be like face to face and have like a conversation. Tell me more about them. We have privileged lady in the reverse. Wealthy man in the reverse, and toil and labor. There could be concerns over this person's occupation, whether they have enough money or whether or not they could continue to make money. There might be a little bit of stress that they're going through in terms of what they actually have to offer, right? What would I offer you that you don't already have or that you would actually be interested in? So again, there's some sort of like security concern or insecurity concern, right? I don't know if I am what you actually want or if I could give you what you actually want. All right, this is the Everyday Tarot. Back over to the you side. Page of Swords. Six of Wands, Ten of Swords in the reverse. It looks like if you resonate with the you side, the advice here for you is to be very aware of who you're giving information to, what you hear about others. There's something important you'll hear or something important you'll share with somebody else. And this is a key element to your recovery. You're able to understand what direction is right for you based on what helps you to feel the most stable and secure. I think independence is a really big part of this. So I would definitely focus on things that make you feel like you've got your shit together, right? So in other words, someone might invite you out, tell you you should request a day off from work or not work, call in, something like that, but you know you need that money. You got to make those right decisions. I feel like there's something here about you focusing on your own financial stability and your own like happiness that really helps you with regards to this recovery. But you don't need to tell everybody your business. There's somebody here that seems to like really be a little bit too interested. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, the Sun, Strength in the reverse. Okay, so there's somebody here that wants information and they're not loyal to you. They're trying to get information to benefit somebody else. It's like they want to cause a little bit of a setback for you, or they want to get you caught up on something that is a waste of your time. This could be, for example, like an ex. This could be a former friend. This could be a family member that is trying to like get you to do something for them. Whatever it is, be cautious of somebody asking a lot of information where you're like, that's not really your business. Feel free to say that. There are certainly times where people get a little bit too nosy, and there's nothing wrong with just saying, you know what, that's private. Mhm. Yeah, this Hierophant is making me feel like you need to know what to say before you go into a confessional, like that kind of thing, right? Like, um, trust your gut. You look at signs that help guide you, but this is seeming to tell me, shh, like you don't have to tell everyone everything. We have the Hermit again. Information is really important in this situation because I feel like you're going to find something out and somebody's going to lie to you. And you're going to be like, but I already know that. You might not know that I know that, but I know that already. So keep your eyes peeled. There's somebody here that's going to lie to you and you're already going to have the information. So it's going to be easy for you to like match that, right? Like, try again. Hello, once upon a time. How are you doing? All right, let's move over to the them side and get a little bit more clarity for you. Nine of Cups in the reverse, Six of Swords, and Eight of Swords. Ooh. Honestly, it looks like there's a little bit of a warning here for somebody. Nine of Cups in the reverse with the Six of Swords is like somebody who's trying to get away from something that they really didn't want. But also could be somebody who's maybe asking for a little bit too much. I think more so what we have here is somebody realizing they don't want something, picking up and leaving, only to find themselves in a new situation that has a very similar problem. This happens quite a lot. If we don't take time to process what's going on, learn from the situation, recognize those patterns so that you can avoid people that want to be codependent, manipulative, controlling, toxic, you got to be able to recognize that, right? And that comes through healing, thinking about what you've been through, acknowledging that there were things you could have done to be more selective or more, I don't know, prepared for a situation, right? This is somebody who falls into the same kind of neglectful friendship, partnership, relationship, because they aren't thinking about what happened, what went wrong here. They're just like too focused on removing themselves from the situation and they fall right into another one. You have the High Priestess, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Wands. Whoever resonates with this side, there's somebody here that's trying to sabotage your relationships. And you're looking the other way. You're not wanting to face the reality of the situation. So some of you may have a best friend that is not very trustworthy. Some of you may have a business partner that's not very trustworthy, a family member. There's somebody here that is trying to sabotage your success, your relationships, your finances. And it could be because they feel like they're smarter than you. They feel like they can take from you. We have the Emperor looking very similar to the Hierophant over here. There's something this person can do to remove themselves from the situation, but the problem is they think about it too much and they don't do enough. So you have to take action on the plans that you make, and then you will find that healing or that break that you need, right? So I feel like there's a lot of potential here for this person to have what they're looking for, but it's about standing up for yourself, telling the truth, recognizing that somebody doesn't have your best interests at heart, and following what would make you happy instead. This is the zodiac fortune telling cards just on the overall situation. Your advice is appreciated. Your wisdom will be more appreciated later. So people really look up to you. You have big ideas which you must carry out. That feels specific for this one. There may need to be some travel here. And then we have you have talent, take advantage. That feels applicable for both individuals. There's something here about really making sure that you have made progress for yourself and your career, your direction, before you focus too much on the external, right? The other people in your life, that kind of thing. Hi there, Christina. How are you? I'm sorry, it's towards the end. I feel bad now. But good to see you all. Love you all. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm going to end it there. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I will see you on the next reading.